Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
Hey, Joe.
Welcome to the Slowdog Farm.
Yep, I know I keep doing that. Yep, my weeks keep getting that response. Hello to all you new people. Hi to all the returning subscribers. This here is a place where we talk about cross stitch.
Today is Monday, May 18th. I may have legitimately at work this morning, joking, well, yeah. Work this morning, I was like, I don't know what day it is. It's March 20 billionth. Because it feels like it. It won't stop raining. At least it's warm.
Let's say this isn't snowing.
At least it's warm, but it won't stop raining now. Can't wait for losing. And the dog has decided to
Eat dinner now.
eat dinner. Look, if y'all can't handle the noises, it's ain't the place for you. Not a paid YouTube channel. That's all I got to say about it. Unless you want me to get on my high horse, which I don't think you want me to do. Another week of staying at home and stitching. That's what we do anymore. We stay home and we stitch.
She does.
I go to...
No, you stitch a lot more than me.
Well, I always do. Why don't you tell the people who we got love from?
Bridget, Renee, Lynn, Goldie Fish, Glenna.
Thanks.
Pulling you off.
I can't remember Goldie Fish's first name, real first name. He told me a long time ago. I was writing it down and my brain just went. And Joni, if you're watching. It's an inside joke. That's all we got. So let's go on to whips. Whips.
Let me
No
see.
finishes this week.
Hyrule Zelda Light World map. It is on 18 count, hand dyed by the Slovak farm, Cleveland Crud.
We determined it is Cleveland Crud.
I basically have been filling in the holes. This is like all kinds of confetti. I think I spent 4 hours and got less than 200 stitches in.
Welcome to the confetti.
I know confetti. Why do you think I'll avoid it?
The dog is helping me.
Yup.
So, as love matter. Okay. What did we do? What did we do last week in Daily 30? I don't remember. Oh, I do remember.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. It was mystery week. Let's see. I did some of them the week before. Spoiler alert, I did some the new prompts yesterday. But anyways.
I was going to interrupt you for a second. Sorry about that.
He sneezed.
7 times.
God bless you.
Oh, I got more stuck in there. They just stopped for now.
So I was at the prompt where I needed to stitch on something where I had spilled something on it. And I didn't have anything that I had spilled or dropped anything on that I could recall. So I used one of my roses from completing all of the April prompts and just did my stitches on Miss Mira's Fairy because it is Mirror Mania and I'm working on my Mirabilias as much as possible. So I got some more rows completed on our dress. I think I did 4 or 5 rows. Look at that. She's getting there. There's a lot of beads on her for her being so little. I planned on finishing her by the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to happen because she's got a lot of beads.
Well, you can at least finish the cross stitching by the end of the year.
Sure. Could you hold that for me? Thanks. Then I had to stitch on something with a man, with an eye, with candy, beef, with cake. I went with the man roof. Wow, words.
I had to bring it to you. You went with all of it.
The man root. I mean, I basically said, we're going with all of it because this man is some eye candy.
Didn't I just suggest that one to you?
No. So I did 200 stitches on my bed sheet. I'm still on the first page. I did 2 blocks right there. It's a bed sheet. It's ginormous. This is on an 18 count white Aida. Miss New Year's Fairy is on a 28 count opalescent hand-dyed. This is Silk Weavers Fantasy. Okay, we're gonna put Lord of the Rings down. Book back, please. Thanks. I love you.
Love you too.
I had to stitch on something. I had to stitch on something that made me cranky.
Every person's stash fits that category.
I mean, really, I got lots of. You know, I think that's true. Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, there's lots of things you get cranky over. Like,
3 stitches, skip 20. 3 stitches, skip 20. 3 stitches, skip 20.
Whether or not you stay cranky with your project is another thing.
We all love our projects, and if you have any family, you know love and like are 2 totally different things.
Yep. So, cranky? Lady has made me cranky. I also stitched on her for another Mayflower because she is holding flowers, as you can see. I realized in the conversion, I had almost had a bit of a meltdown the other day. Actually, it's been a couple weeks now. The gal that did the green conversion changed the roses. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep the roses a different. Like the greens I'm probably gonna have to change just so you know they're green leaves. But I may keep the roses their charted colors. So
Laura, charted.
What I did.
I'm sorry, I made a weird noise and the dog just went boing.
So my 200 stitches for making me cranky. I'm gonna loosen this. Hang on, because you can't see it. I filled in more green down here. Filled in some green here. My 500 stitches for my Mayflower is all this green up in here. She is stitched on 32 count, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm, in For Your Thoughts. She is going to be another Mayflower because my goal is to do 2,000 stitches on her for the month of May. I don't know if I'm going to get to exactly 2,000. But between being cranky with her and my Mayflower, I did 217 stitches for being cranky with her and 514 stitches for Mayflower. So, we'll see if I get to my 2,000 stitch goal. And then to fill out It's Mystery Week, had to stitch on something with fruit. The thing I had with fruit was Main Street. So you can see the grocery store. Can you see the grocery store? There you go. With its fruit, I stitched down here. This is supposed to be a cafe. I'm converting it to Rexall's drugstore. I need to figure out what I'm doing down here in the window.
RX. Look up the symbol for RX. See if somebody has their pattern. And put it in the window, because that's what a lot of people did back then, was just put RX in really big letters on the window so people would know it's a drugstore.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we have Rexall's. And we have drugstore.
I don't know.
So, I'm thinking maybe a mortar and pestle and a balance. I also took out the little cafe chair and put in a lamp. I have 4 more blocks to finish and Main Street is done. And Rexall's is basically done with the exception of what I'm going to put in the window to represent the drugstore. I did 203.5 stitches because I did back stitches. On that. And that completed its mystery.
I agree, dog.
Friday we were given the prompts for the new week, which is Billiards Week. Did you know pool was originally an outside game? Billiards was originally an outdoor game.
That doesn't surprise me.
Played much like, I don't remember if it was croquet or cricket. It was one of those 2C ones. So, it moved inside. It got border. It got the wall table, blah, 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 blah. We had to stitch on something with border or grass. My bear has a nice border around it. My coasters have nice borders around them. I also said you could go with saying that there might be grass in the bear's tummy, but we'll go with the border. Because that's obvious. And then, I don't remember why we had to stitch on something that was either rustic or posh. This is very rustic.
I wouldn't be surprised it has something to do with the fact that that's the type of thing people equated to anymore. Or used to back then, I don't know.
Honestly.
The never-ending floss. No, 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 no.
There we go. I don't honestly remember. I'm not looking it up. To be fair. So I did 215 stitches for my border and 223 stitches for rustic. That finished filling in the bear. And started filling in the white. Got the white started, so. I also used this for a very neglected project. Because Saturday evening, Rumpelstiltskin came to the clans at Myth and Magic Stitching Wars and yelled at us and told us we had made a mess of the village and we needed to clean it up.
And what happened later?
So in order to clean it up, we had to make magic brooms. We had to put 305 stitches into a neglected whip to make magic brooms to demolish the much neglected apothecary. So as we were putting our brooms in the wishing well, the town idiot, because there's a character that's the village idiot, there's also the village swordsman and the barmaid. They're having fun with us and it's great. It's good times. And they all have their own profiles. Rumpelstiltskin has his own profile now. And Opus, our lovely dragon friend, has his own profile now. The village idiot peed in the well. And I informed the village idiot that if he makes Rumpelstiltskin mad, it's his problem. Because I got enough problems of my own. Because they didn't tell me nothing about cleaning out my mess after fighting a battle. Yes, that is what I said. I was having fun with it.
That's called roleplay. I do it every Friday night for D&D.
It's good time.
As I said, it is D&D for Stitchers.
It's really fun. And it's nice that we're doing stuff in between battle rounds to, A, give a pause on the battle rounds and make it not so intense, but still keep everybody active.
Plus, this was just entertaining.
Plus, it's very entertaining. Yes. So that's my stitching for the week. I didn't total up my stitches for this week.
Next.
I'm not done!
You just said you were done. Go ahead. Sorry.
I did not total up my stitching for the week. I don't feel like mathing it off the top of my head. Sorry. As of right now, I told you guys I was doing Mirror Mania. As of right now, I've done a total of 1,232 stitches on Lady of the Flag for the month, 511 stitches on Raven Queen for the month, and 208 stitches on Miss New Year's Fairy for the month. So we will see. I've got what? This week and next week, right? Yes. Yes. Because June 1st is Monday. It's 2 Mondays from now. And daycares in Ohio open back up. Sort of. Kind of. So, that's my stitching. That's our stitching for the week. Let's move on. Plans.
Mine's covered in haul. Did we skip that?
A haul will be pictures because I didn't get printouts of the 2 Tilton Crafts that we bought. You will have seen haul already.
Oh, I'm going to start mine on my birthday.
Yes.
Because right now, we don't have enough money to get 2 things at the exact same time, so ladies first.
I kind of want to kit Captain Hook. I don't know when I'm going to start him though, so...
The next time they ask for a hunk.
Honka honka. Oh my god. Okay.
I need to take up swordsmanship.
Clearly. A fabulous discussion about books Saturday night on Virtual Stitchers. And I about killed everybody on Virtual Stitchers because I don't like Outlander.
What is that?
It's a TV series based on a book, and the guy's pretty hunky.
Oh!
I don't like Outlander.
Don't know that one. I was actually thinking of Highlander.
No, not Highlander. Outlander. Anyways. I did not say this during WIPs. Daily 30 is a closed group. It's not open to new members. When a new membership opens, we'll let you know.
You should just make that a card and have that be the card after the whip. On every video.
I should. Maybe I'll start doing that. Have a little screen card that says that. Anyways. So we're doing Billiards Week at Daily 30. We haven't finished our mystery. Dying to know the conclusion, Cheryl. But for Billiards Week, we had to stitch on something with Chrysler border. You've already seen that with my coasters. We had to stitch on a design with the letter Q on it. Now, the way I read it, I intended it to mean that you have to stitch on something with a Q on the project. I don't have anything with a Q on the project. I don't have a lot of things with letters on the projects. So, I'm using one of my April Roses. And I am stitching on Raven Queen. Because for a minute I was like, well, maybe I could... No, the Q's got to be on it. I realized Raven Queen has Q in the title, but it's not on the design.
Cheryl, I think you're a little too specific. Consider there's not a single letter Q on a billiard table.
It goes back to the whole Q ball thing.
I know, I'm just being a dork to be a dork because I like being a dork.
over the development of the game of pool and its evolution as an inside game, they realized bank shot, and in relation to that, something you love. Sometimes you love it, sometimes you don't, because sometimes you're successful and sometimes you're not. So, we had to stitch on our bank shot project, a project that we started out loving, but now we hate, or that we started out hating, but now we love. I picked one that I go back and forth on.
Let's just say the cue ball is literally bouncing off the walls like a really messed up game of Pong on crack.
I pulled out
That's her love-hate relationship with this project.
That's my love-hate relationship with this project. I pulled out my angel for nativity. I'll finish it some millennium.
What is it with you lately? It takes some millennia. We're only 20 years into this one.
Because I feel like it has taken me for frickin' ever to finish this stupid project.
I don't think you've been saying that lately. Oh my man.
Okay, pool was originally installed in racetracks, indoors, in racetracks, horse racetracks, as I look at my greyhound. Horse racetracks to give the spectators something to pass the time with. There you go. So we have to stitch on something that we've used to pass the time. I have used Miss New Year's Fairy at work to pass the time before I get kids, in the car to pass the time. Blah, 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 blah.
That's a pick a project.
It kind of is. Something rustic we saw, my coasters. I don't remember why we had to go with rustic or upscale. And then we have to pick a project that celebrates a woman or women, because as with most things now, pool is becoming more mainstream and acceptable for both men and women to play. I picked Raven Queen because I was trying to combine projects for this week because it's only 200 stitches on each project, but I was not doing 400 stitches on Nativity. So, there's my plans for the week. Announcements. I have paid the deposit for the April 2021 retreat. I still don't have a date for the rescheduled 2020 retreat.
We don't even know if they're going to be open in October right now.
At this point, I'm beginning to wonder if if we're even going to be able to have it. Which several people have told me I should be allowed to cancel it without having to pay cancellation fees to the hotel because it's out of my control. And while I realize that, what the hotel does. And I told the retreat group over the weekend, I was like, over the end of last week, as soon as they cash the deposit check, I'll give you guys more information. And I realized I don't have more information because I can't get a hold of the hotels in the area to see what I can do about group bookings, because I know there are some people who are going to need hotel rooms.
I just hope that that place doesn't get delayed because of all this.
They are still working.
Oh!
They are still working. I talked to the lady, to the contact. We are switching locations because quite a few people expressed that they would like a retreat. Because they're local, they would like a retreat they don't have to stay at a hotel at. So we switched to a location that's not tied to a hotel, but it is connected to a hotel. So
not by location, but by business deal.
By business deal. The hotel is fairly close. There's another hotel that's even closer. I've got to call both those hotels and figure out what I can do about group bookings.
And if you're wondering, the reason why we didn't do the 2021 is because they're currently under construction.
So I had booked the 2020 at the place in Cleveland, and about 3 months later is when they announced that that the shipyards, it's called the shipyards. Obviously, it's an old shipping yard on the lake. Um, yeah, so it was about 3 months after I started booking for the 2020 retreat that they announced that they were going to be opening this location.
Her and her mom made a weekend of going down there and checking out. They had an open weekend.
They had a craft vendor event there in November. And we went, and Mom and I went, and we looked at it, and I was like, this place is pretty cool. So,
I like it too. I'm kind of a sucker for old naval stuff.
And then I took him on a tour. Yeah, I kind of am a sucker for old naval stuff.
It's like industrial, but like 100 years ago industrial, not.
It was a shipbuilding yard. I want to say through World War II, but it might have closed before that. But it was a shipbuilding yard, and if I was a condo person, one of the condos that's down there would be really nice. Because the condos that are on this little, they're on a harbor. Obviously, it's in a harbor. Because of the shipbuilding yard, there's a really deep channel, and the condos that have been put up, you have access to docking space on this nice, lovely, deep channel if you have a boat. I'm not a condo living person, though.
You can't deal with disconnected houses because how close they are. How are you going to do shared wall?
Exactly.
I never want to do it again personally. It stinks.
Yeah, but trying to move out of this place sucks too. Anyways, so hopefully I can make some contacts in the next week or two to figure out all of that. And I gotta talk to the LNS owner and see if the LNS owner is going to be available to do a boutique. I'm sure she will be. But so not a whole lot. And a whole lot of stalled, I realized this morning.
Anyhow, not a whole lot for 10-minute segment.
Seriously. I don't know how to shut up.
Yeah, because I'm so good at it.
I'm still making bags. I'm still making masks. I've been hauling butt on bags and masks because I've been very busy with those. Sorry, still dyeing fabric, so on and so forth. I have not had any problems with getting a hold of fabric and getting a hold of dyes as far as them coming in. Shipping is delayed, obviously, because most places are not at their full capacity of people to pack up orders. It is what it is. Seriously, if you're gonna freak out because your stuff that you ordered takes a couple extra days to ship because these places are trying to practice safety precautions so that they don't end up with a bunch of people sick with COVID-19, you need to get a grip on your life. Because I'm about tired of seeing the complaints on social media. Why is this place taking so long to ship my order? Oh my God, it took 4 days for it to get in the mail.
Can it? It's been 3 weeks for me. I still haven't got my
Get a grip on your life. Items coming from international companies are taking longer.
International, surprise! You can't order international right now.
Well, DMC was shut down for over a month. They could not produce because France wouldn't let. France was. There were a lot of companies in America that played the we're essential game. France didn't play that. If you weren't essential, you weren't essential and you weren't open. So DMC was shut down and was backed up. And they have to obviously have distancing. Silks for you, their silk shipment was delayed. They're working on getting it. Things are taking longer to go through transportation hubs because there's not as many people to process.
And they're also overloaded because everybody's going through shipping because they can't do it in person.
Like, if you can't understand that there's delays and you're gonna face delays, you need to calm yourself. You need to get your life in order. Because
Okay.
that's all we got for right
Pushing
now.
you off your soapbox.
Sorry, it's my soapbox because I'm annoyed by people. That's all we have. So this is gonna be kind of a short episode. We've been very short lately. Maybe we've figured out the best way to condense my whip parade and plans parade. So, what do we want the people to do?
Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, bell notification thingy me Bobby because YouTube stinks when it comes to letting you know about things because, well, they stink.
Because we don't have 1,000 subscribers.
No, it's because we don't have 1 million. Even the million subscriber channels, they don't notify properly.
Well, anyways. That's it. So, bye, guys!
Bye, 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 bye.